shadows on the horizon. Before the first light of dawn, an eerie stillness settled over the world, a silence that belied the chaos looming overhead. As New York City awoke to a routine morning, countless eyes turned skyward to witness something impossible. Colossal, gleaming craft descending from the heavens. In a sprawling command center nestled in downtown Manhattan, military analyst Jordan Reeves scanned multiple screens, each flashing images of alien vessels establishing orbit over major cities around the globe. The chilling hum of unidentified energy resonated through the base, accompanied by frantic radio chatter, as officers scrambled to decipher the invaders' intentions. In hushed corridors, whispers turned to alarm. The alien ships, with their angular, seemingly impenetrable exteriors, cast long, ominous shadows over the city. Every citizen, whether in a cramped apartment or a bustling subway, felt the weight of a new, terrifying reality. Rumors began to swirl. These extraterrestrials hailed from a distant, ruthless star system, intent on a swift and brutal conquest. Yet amid the initial panic, a subtle but undeniable ember of defiance sparked in the hearts of many, a spark that would soon ignite the unyielding spirit of humankind. The rallying call within mere hours, as chaos threatened to unravel society. A global call for unity echoed across every nation. In a hastily convened emergency session at the United Nations, President Alicia Munro stood before a sea of anxious delegates and broadcasters worldwide. With a voice both firm and compassionate, she declared, "We are not defined by our differences but by our shared resolve. Today we stand together as one humanity, unbreakable and undeterred." Her words resonated far beyond the conference hall, inspiring hope, even in the darkest corners of a rapidly changing world. Across the globe, diverse communities sprang into action. In London, scientists repurposed research facilities into makeshift labs, while in Tokyo, emergency response teams transformed local schools into training centers. In Silicon Valley, tech visionary Marcus Lee and his group of innovative engineers worked tirelessly around the clock, huddled over blueprints and computer screens to develop countermeasures against an enemy that had underestimated the human spirit. Ordinary citizens, teachers, farmers, construction workers, put aside their daily routines, joining volunteer brigades and local defense units. This unprecedented coalition of minds and hearts laid the groundwork for a response that was as creative as it was determined. Into the breach as the sun dipped below the horizon, the first true confrontation erupted above the Atlantic Ocean. High above the surface, fighter jets streaked through the neon twilight, their afterburners blazing as they engaged in a deadly dance with alien craft. Maverick Cole, a seasoned ace known for his unyielding courage and tactical genius, led his squadron in a series of daring maneuvers. The sky became a battleground of laser fire and explosive countermeasures. Each twist and turn was a testament to human innovation and resilience. Below, elite special forces teams were already on the ground. Clad in adaptive camouflage and armed with experimental weaponry, these soldiers infiltrated enemy landing zones under the cover of darkness. Their objective was clear: disrupt the aliens' initial establishment and sow confusion within their ranks. In whispered radio exchanges, soldiers shared both tactical intel and personal motivations, each word a reminder of the stakes at hand. The invasion, once a distant threat, was now an all-out war where every second counted, and every human life was worth fighting for. The tide turns. As the conflict intensified, it became evident that a new approach was necessary, a blend of digital warfare and traditional combat that could expose the invaders' vulnerabilities. In a high-security facility deep beneath Silicon Valley, Marcus Lee and his team intercepted a critical alien communications signal. Hours turned into days as code was cracked and patterns discerned, revealing a weakness in the extraterrestrials' sophisticated network. Meanwhile, Jordan Reeves spearheaded an unprecedented international operation, coordinating with military forces and cybersecurity experts from around the world. He led a multinational team to infiltrate an alien mothership's control systems. The operation was fraught with tension, Every keystroke and command sequence was a gamble against time and an alien counterattack. As the enemy's communication grid faltered and control panels flickered erratically, it became clear human ingenuity had finally found its mark. The alien high command, once confident in their unassailable technology, was now rattled by the relentless human drive to survive and overcome. Blitz of humanity. With the enemy's defenses compromised, humanity launched the full force of its counteroffensive, a sweeping, coordinated campaign that history would later call the Human Blitz. In a brilliant orchestration of aerial ace and ground assaults, fleets of fighter jets, stealth drones, and armored ground units converged on the alien armada. Maverick Cole, now a symbol of defiance, led his squadron in a series of electrifying dogfights that dazzled onlookers and confused the invaders. On the ground, guerrilla units moved through urban ruins and rugged terrains alike, dismantling alien outposts with surgical precision. Every attack was calculated, every maneuver steeped in months of preparation and hard-won experience. The Blitz was not merely a military strategy. It was a rallying cry, a declaration that humanity, despite its flaws and divisions, could unite under the banner of freedom. With each successful strike, the invaders' confidence crumbled, and the tides of war shifted unmistakably in favor of those who refused to surrender. Victory's dawn. After months of relentless struggle, the final blow was struck. As alien command centers fell and their once mighty fleets scattered like shattered stardust, a new dawn broke over a battered yet unbowed Earth. In cities worldwide, survivors emerged from shelters to witness the breathtaking spectacle of sunrise, a symbol of hope after the darkest nights. Memorials were established in parks, streets, and battlefields, each one a solemn reminder of the courage and sacrifice that had turned the tide of war. In the weeks that followed, global leaders, once divided by politics and pride, came together to rebuild not just cities but the very fabric of human society. Old rivalries gave way to alliances, and every nation committed to ensuring that the lessons of the invasion would never be forgotten. Veterans, engineers, and ordinary citizens alike joined forces to create a future where scientific exploration and international cooperation were paramount. The victory was bittersweet, a mosaic of loss and triumph, but it affirmed a timeless truth. Even when faced with an enemy from beyond the stars, the indomitable spirit of humankind would always shine through.